Now that the dust has settled, we starting to get a better picture of what actually transpired that day. MobTies allegedly sent the hit and shot at Charleston White in 5th Ward, Houston, Texas. And when Charleston White been explaining the story, he talked about a man coming up to him to shake his hand and telling him to apologize before he started speaking. But right after that handshake, Charleston White started wilding.
Here and doing all this purpose, and you didn't fund it because that's what you do, right? So when Charleston called me, y'all, no, I'm be real. Listen, y'all, listen. I need everybody to listen. Hold on. So when Charleston called me, he said, "Hey sis, I need you to go to McKinney because this is what they do." So when he called me and let me know, I went down there and I exposed all of it. Okay, Charleston. Hey, Charleston, in that conversation, can you come out?
Say, hey, listen, I know a lot of y'all ain't paying attention. I know a lot of y'all ain't paying attention because y'all think a lot of what she's saying. But listen, the power lies in the booth. If you can't start at the bottom of the political process, you can't wait 4 years to try to elect your president to have power. Power starts right here. You don't know nobody in the city that can get a white elected official to come down to talk to a bunch of drunk. Won't even listen. They won't even listen. You can't get nobody in the city that'll get a white elected official that'll come talk to a bunch of drunk who won't even listen. They ain't even stop talking. So the next time you have one of these events, you gotta take the drunk out of the mix. Because the drunk, they're still talking while the political process is talking. They don't go to the polls. They're still talking right now. These gonna be the same complaining when we go back to slavery. They gonna vote us back to slavery. Why? Because we don't have permanent rights. Say, all the drunk, listen up. 33% of your kids in Houston cannot read on or above their grade level. And I see why. Because when proper information is given, it's dumb. It's stupid when real information come along. But I done seen it up the building. I done come down here just because I'm here because they looking for trouble. They looking for trouble. We got political elected officials here. We got county commissioners here. The person who got access to the files in the county running the county. The mayor didn't shut the city down. It was the county commissioner. It was the county commissioner. The microphone dead. And he got the battery charged up for the proper information in the city. All I'm gonna say is, we up as a race of people. We up as a race of people. We got a woman who turned her birthday party into a political information campaign. And we be quiet.
Make sure you hit that like button so we can get back in that algorithm. I need a quick 100 likes. Once we pass 100 likes, I need a quick 500 likes. Once we pass 500 likes, I need a quick 1,000 likes. If we pass 1,000 likes, I need a quick 10,000 likes. Hit that hype. Roll to 40,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you can be updated every time I drop. But after all this occurred, Charleston White leaked a mini clip where he revealed that the shooter allegedly was a guy by the name of 713 Ken. But now Charleston White released more of that phone call. And from the sound of it, Jay Prince was on the phone with somebody when all this was going down. And Jay Prince tried to call a shot and tell the shooters to stand down, but the shooters didn't listen.
Yeah, they called me and told me exactly the shot him. So is Ken a young? The Ken is always with Jay Prince when they stay down, say the Ken. Stay down calls Ken his son, but it's really not his son. Okay. They shot him, they shot at him. Ken, took Steve Francis' wife. He's married to Steve Francis' ex-wife, the lady Shelby. So this one, so let me ask you something. Dude ain't mad that he missed. You ain't. Well, I don't think he tried to. I don't think he actually tried to hit him. I think outside showing out, and then just shot at. I don't know if he, tried to shoot. I had no idea, but that's who shot though. Ken, that use social media, bro. That's who shot him. Shot at him. Are you sending me? What's his Instagram? What you send me? I just sent it to you. 713 Ken. 713 Ken. So now, why would they even run the risk of sending some people in there? And what I'm understanding is like kind of like a political event, whoever the lady's throwing in there. When he getting that, well, first off, he's at Jay Prince's restaurant. That's his daughter's restaurant that he funded. Oh. That's where he was at, the Nickel Bar. It's right on Liberty Road, bro. I told you, man, owned the whole street. Oh, so that was a slap in the face. Yeah, and so what happened is that when they knew he was there, the word is that Jay Prince was on the phone with them, telling him with him. So Jay Prince telling him not with him? Yeah, Jay Prince was telling him. Jay Prince was telling him. They say Jay Prince married now. Well, see, I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that. Because if Jay Prince, if I tell them, they're not going to. So of course he don't say that to stay out of them. But I'm just telling you, that's cap. If Jay Prince telling me what he trying to do is say, because Charleston went on social media and did what he did, right? Said what he said. Now he trying to put the narrative out there in the streets. I told him to leave him alone. If you told him to leave him alone, they would have never showed up. They wouldn't have showed up. They wouldn't have approached him, and they wouldn't have fired no shots fired. What you told him is go in there and shake up and scan. That's what you told him. Let's just be real. Me and you know what he was. Let me explain something, bro. I have been places with women, and Charleston don't even know this. Because Charleston just be popping this, right? Charleston and these don't even know these the really just because they right? With me in Florida. And their eyes lit up when they saw Charleston. And I simply took my hand across my throat and said, it ain't happening. And then when it sat down, and Charleston never even felt a bit of tension. So you can't tell me, right, if you tell your team, hey, ain't nothing happening, then they gonna go in there and press 5 shots down at what he trying to do now. Try to put it out there because it's no.
After Charleston White dropped that phone call, he talked more about what happened. And he continued to go at Jay Prince and MobTies. He talked about Candid Matthews calling Jay Prince beforehand and telling Jay Prince that Charleston White was on the way.
And just for the record, James, I'm still in Houston, baby. James, I've been in Houston, baby. I'm still in Houston, baby. James. Look here, James. I know you run 5th Ward. I went to 5th Ward. James, when they said the nickel, I knew that was your club, James. That's why I showed up anyway, James. I think I'm a Candid Matthew call Jay Prince and say, hey, listen, Jay Prince, I'm having a birthday party. I got some people coming, and Charleston White go be here. I don't want no shit in my woo. So James Prince knew I was coming. I didn't know I was going to James Prince establishment. Ooh, that would have been all over the internet. Charleston White shot in 5th Ward. Charleston White shot in 5th Ward. Charleston White shot in 5th Ward. It would have been all over the internet if they would have shot Charleston White. So they said, Charleston White, you still go. Say, didn't I tell you I'm willing to die, kill, and go to jail for the doing on the internet? Didn't I tell you that? Then let's go, baby. Let's go down. So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I shall fear no James Prince. I shall not fear 5th Ward, Texas. Those are crack babies with crack mothers, dope smoking mothers that had violent children, and they are cursed. 5th Ward, Texas is cursed with a demonic force called Rap-A-Lot Records.
So on that phone call Charleston White leaked, you can hear Wack 100. And they saying whoever he was on the phone with is the one that actually leaked that phone call. But Charleston White somehow got a hold of it. And Charleston White and Wack 100 had a conversation with AKADEMIKS where they talked about going at Jay Prince and that they squashed their beef. And they said Jay Prince is really not like that.
Charleston, I got Wack on the phone. It looked like
I got a back door in Jay Prince camp. Yeah, he don't even understand. Yeah, but one thing I can say, my man told me this, Wack. Charleston went outside, 20 or 30 rounded him. They said Charleston called them all kind of punk bitches and told them what they wasn't gonna do, walking around and strutting like he was George Jefferson, talking outside. He did that.
Wait, Charleston, so nobody punched on you?
Nobody Wayman whispered in my ear and gave me a script to say on what I'm gonna say on camera in the corner. Came to give me a script of what to say to bow down. And we finally got somebody to go bow down. He gonna take back what he said. You're gonna apologize and you're gonna say you know better. That's what they got me in with that. You know better. They gave me a script. Hey, I ain't never lied to you, Act. Never.
No, I know.
You know that.
Hey, I'm one like. Man, do you feel lucky?
I immediately called Wack, homie. I immediately called Wack and said, come on, man, just fire off on me. I did not know the Wayman car was behind me to gang unit called me this morning.
The gang unit? Wait, so police has already been contacted?
Homie, in the state of Texas, if you file a shot where elected officials or these people are on the ballot, they don't know if this political intent, they don't know what. And we in this political climate. They keep forgetting that. I met Dr. Candace at the state capitol in the congressional halls. I didn't meet her on the internet. She don't know me as an internet troll. She know me as a youth. She met me in state capitol and congressional halls. This woman is really active. Why you bring? They trying to skirt her now. Had people, they talking votes here. They're talking votes. What? Because they wasn't there at first. Nobody knew I was there.
You know the new cap is, Charleston? I texted me, that's his family member, talking about, hey, Wack, Jay gonna make an announcement that him and Charleston agreed to do a skit. I said, what, no.
No, Wack, I was just telling Charleston, so Jay Prince Jr., he hit me and he says, listen, the reality is that Charleston White shot out the sunroof of his own car.
What you really talking about?
The shot was fired by Charleston. It came from his car.
That's crazy. But see, now that they doing that, he don't know, bro, Charleston. I know what Charleston been called in. Jones is hot. They done already heard them talking. I don't know what Charleston gon' tell.
I'm flying back into the FBI after my show tomorrow. I'm flying back into the FBI.
I told him 3 years ago when the feds called me, hey, your phones is hot. For them to call me, ask me that mean they hear you talking. Is you been over there? Your phones is hot.
I'm actually surprised that a shot would be fired. I would think that, at worst, they would probably get somebody to try to, beat up Charleston, but like a shot.
My man told me, he said, Wack, Charleston, he got it. He said, Wack, I was there and said Charleston came outside. There was 20, 30 of them surrounding him. He said, then strutting and swinging his arms back like George Jefferson and apologizing to nothing. Not to me. I'm a stand-up man.
That's what made me do that, because I was shocked that all of them were around the car. I'm not really gonna do this. If the lady, man, this is a reputable lady. Y'all really gonna do her like that. That's what made me snap. And I told her, I said, man, I'm gonna do the fool with doing you like this. She asked me not to do it. I said, man, no, man, they wrong. It made me go do this. I've been here 3 hours. Y'all was nothing there. Y'all could have jacked me up and slapped me around and called a misdemeanor.
We all know the saying, an enemy of an enemy is my friend. And even though Wack 100 and Charleston White had friction in the past, they got past that. And now they're going at Jay Prince and MobTies together. People were saying Jay Prince run Texas, but it's looking like that grip he had is starting to loosen up. If you from Texas, let me know the temperature out there when it comes to Jay Prince and MobTies. Is he really the boogeyman out there? Or is he just living off old stories? And to everybody else, let me know what y'all think about all this in the comment section. And make sure you hit that like button. Let's get the video to 100 likes. Once we pass 100 likes, 500 likes. Once we pass 500 likes, 1,000 likes, hit that hype. Roll to 40,000 subscribers, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you can be updated every time I drop. Click Reacts Reloaded. To the next one, another one. Gone.